suffer as his father does. In eternal unrest. Die well, fool. I hear and obey, Master. The enemy shall suffer greatly, Master.
So, it has begun. Behold! The binding of sacred and corrupt. The forging of Shadow's edge. A weapon of untold potential. Bend it to your will, and you shall wield unspeakable power. Veil, and your soul shall forever be its slave. Harness your hate. Make it useful. We will see it through to the bitter end. For us, there is no peace, no rest. We must forge our own destiny. The Knights of the Elven Blade will not falter. For us, there is no peace, no rest. We must forge our own destiny. We are driven by a single purpose: Retribution. The Knights of the Elven Blade will not falter. Harness your hate. Make it useful. We will see it through to the bitter end. A shadow of hope remains. Harness your hate. Make it useful. We will see it through to the bitter end. All is not lost. Not yet. A shadow of hope remains. It is complete. Where most would falter, you have overcome. You have withstood the torment of the Lich King himself, and now Shadowmourne is yours. Go now. Wield this mighty weapon, and direct the countless living souls that empower it. Go now, and defeat the Prince of Darkness. We know much about sacrifice. The Knights of the Unblade will not falter. We are eternal. We are unyielding.
This is our final stand. What happens here will echo through the ages. Regardless of outcome, they will know that we fought with honor. That we fought for the freedom and safety of our people. Remember, heroes, fear is your greatest enemy in these befouled halls. Steel your heart, and your soul will shine brighter than 1,000 suns. The enemy will falter at the sight of you. They will fall as the light of righteousness envelops them. Our march upon Ice-Crowned Citadel begins now!
On the hallowed ground of the Scourge, the light won't protect you here, Paladin. Nothing will protect you.
Arthur! I swore that I would see you dead and the Scourge dismantled. I'm going to finish what I started at Light's Hope.
You could have been my greatest champion, Vordring. A force of darkness that would wash over this world and deliver it into a new age of strife. But that honor is no longer yours. Soon, I will have a new champion. The Master's sanctum has been disturbed. The breaking of this one has been taxing. The atrocities I have committed upon his soul. He has resisted for so long, but he will bow down before his king soon.
Never! I will never serve you!
In the end, you will all serve me.
Could it be, Lord Vordring? If Bolvar lives, mayhap there is hope for peace between the Alliance and the Horde. We must reach the top of this cursed place and free the Paladin!
By the light, it must be so.
Prepare the Skybreaker for an aerial assault on the Citadel! Heroes, you must fight your way to a clear extraction point within Icecrown. We'll try and rendezvous on the ramparts. Let's get a move on then! Move up!
For every Horde soldier that you killed, for every Alliance dog that fell, the Lich King's armies grew. Even now, the Valkyr work to raise your fallen as Scourge. Things are about to get much worse. Come, taste the power that the Lich King has bestowed upon me.
A lone orc? Against the might of the Alliance? Charge!
Dwarves. By the might of the Lich King. Released.
That was Sourfang's boy, the Horde commander at the wrathgate. Such a tragic end. What in the... There in the distance! Soldiers, fall in! Looks like the Horde are coming to take another shot! Don't force me hand, Orc. We can't let you pass.
Behind you lies the body of my only son. Nothing will keep me from him.
I can't do it. Get back on your ship and we'll spare your life.
Stand down, Muradin. Let a grieving father pass.
No Ko kills Ilnok, Atar. I will not forget this kindness. I thank you, Highness.
I was not at the wrathgate, but the soldiers who survived told me much of what happened. Your son fought with honor. He died a hero's death. He deserves a hero's burial. Jaina, why are you crying?
It was nothing, Your Majesty. Just... I'm proud of my king.
Muradin, secure the deck and prepare our soldiers for an assault on the upper citadel. I'll send out another regiment from Stormwind.
Right away, Your Majesty!
So, the light's vaunted justice has finally arrived. Shall I lay down Frostmourne and throw myself at your mercy, Fordring?
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
You'll learn of that firsthand. When my work is complete, you will beg for mercy, and I will deny you. Your anguished cries will be testament to my unbridled power.
So be it. Champions, attack!
I'll keep you alive to witness the end of time. I will want the light's greatest champion to live seeing this wretched world remade. I will freeze you from within until all that remains is an icy husk. As the world around you collapses.
You have come to bring Arthas to justice, to see the Lich King destroyed. First, you must escape Frostmourne's hold, or be damned as I am, trapped within this cursed blade for all eternity.
Champions, you overcame every challenge I laid before you. My mightiest servants have fallen before your relentless onslaught. Your unbridled fury. Is it truly righteousness that drives you? greatest fighting force this world has ever known. Right into my hands, exactly as I intended. You shall be rewarded for your unwitting sacrifice. Watch now, as I raise them from the dead to become masters of the Scourge. They will shroud this world in chaos and destruction. Azeroth's fall will come at their hands, and you will be the first to die. I delight in the irony.
Light, grant me one final blessing. Give me the strength to shatter these bonds. No more lives will be consumed by your hatred!
Free, at last. It is over, my son. This is the moment of reckoning. Rise up, champions of the light!
Father, is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Without its master's command, the restless Scourge will become an even greater threat to this world. Control must be maintained. There must always be a Lich King.
The weight of such a burden. It must be mine, for there is no other.
Tyrion! You hold a grim destiny in your hands, brother. But it is not your own.
Bulva! By all that is holy.
The dragon's flame sealed my fate. The world of the living can no longer comfort me. Place the crown upon my head, Tyrion. Forevermore, I will be the jailer of the damned.
No, old friend. I cannot.
Do it, Tyrion! You and these brave heroes have your own destinies to fulfill. This last act of service is mine.
You will not be forgotten, brother.
I must be forgotten, Tyrion. If the world is to live free from the tyranny of fear, they must never know what was done here today. Tell them only that the Lich King is dead, and that Bolvar Dragon died with him. Now go, leave this place, and never return.
We are driven by a single purpose: retribution. We must forge our own destiny. We are eternal. We are unyielding. The Knights of the Ebon Blade will not falter. For us, there is no peace, no rest. We must forge our own destiny. Father.
Darian, my son. At last, I am able to lay my eyes upon you again.
Father, I feared for your sanity.
The Lich King tormented me without end, Darian. Endlessly, he sought to break my will, to force me to serve him, to bind me to his blade. Finally, when events demanded his full attention, he left me. The one memory I clung to, Darian, the one thought that kept me from giving in, it was your sacrifice, my son, that again saved me from eternal peril.
Father, for you, I would give my life 1,000 times.
How I miss those endless days in Lordaeron. Sharpening your skill with this dull blade. forging you into a weapon meant to withstand the demands of a great destiny. You sure put them skills to use, didn't you, lad? If only I'd been able to stop you that day, how different things might have been. If only I'd have never discovered that accursed blade. Farewell, Arthas, my brother.
Shh, I'm trying to think here.
What's this? He kept it. All this time, he kept it. I knew. I sensed a part of him still alive, trapped, struggling. Oh, Arthas. Perhaps he might someday remember what he once was. By the light, may he at last find rest, free from the icy grip of that terrible blade.
Arthas. Alas, hero of Azeroth, you give me a greater gift than you know. Long have I struggled to forgive the prince for his terrible transgressions. My soul has been racked with unbearable anxiety, dark thoughts, distancing me from the light. I recall clearly the gleam of pride in his eye as he stood before me, eager to defeat the enemies of the light. Eager to defend his people, no matter the cost. It is this memory of Arthas that I choose to keep in my heart. I shall always be in your debt, friend. Thank you.
What are we, if not slaves to this torment? So, it is done. I had not dared to trust my senses. Too many times has the Lich King made me to be a fool. Finally, he has been made to pay for the atrocities he imposed upon my people. May Azeroth never fail to remember the horrible price we paid for our weakness, for our pride. But what now, hero? What of those freed from his grasp, but still shackled to their mortal coils? Leave me. I have much to ponder.